November 2nd, 2025, the freaking prehistoric event that destroyed Six Flags America as we know it. That's right, Six Flags America, the park, the place to be, man. Dude, I was here on this day because I freaking read the news articles and the whatchamacallits that were published months ago explaining that this park would be closing on this day, and I decided I would be there on that day, and I made it on that day.
Holy shoot, man, I never seen anything like this. Yeah, it's actually pretty bumping right now.
I want to start off by saying I've been here a while ago. I've been here multiple times because I live in the lonely state of Delaware, and I heard that Six Flags America was closing. I'm like, I need to go there. The parking lot. Let me start off with the parking lot, dude. The parking lot, there were cars pulling up all over the place to pull up and enjoy the park on its final day. The parking situation was insane, dude. I wish I could get a video of it, but I didn't think of it at the time. But when I was there, dude, it was like the worst parking situation you could ever imagine. I couldn't even find a parking space like within the main parking lot. So I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna pull up and park somewhere random and hope that I can find my car when I'm done with the place. It was ridiculous. There were so many cars pulling in. It was ridiculous, dude. It was insane. But that's actually a good thing because it actually shows how many people are a fan of this park, and I really do appreciate that because this park does not get enough love for what it's worth. But that's just my opinion. Once I made my way into the park, there was like a horde of people that were waiting at the rope. Because I guess once you get past the park security and the park like gate and stuff, you have to wait at a rope. And I guess that's what they call rope dropping. But I mean, I've never done that before. I'm not gonna lie. These people were cheering, dude. They were cheering for nothing. There was like a guy at the rope who said, this is Six Flags America last day. Let's get it. And everyone was cheering, and then I was like, man, why? I said this out loud. I'm like, why are we cheering for this? And one of the other park goers was like, yeah, you're right. Why are we cheering for this? Because like it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, this is the park's last day, and we're cheering for it. Why are we doing that? It doesn't even like make any sense. That's stupid. This park is gonna die and everyone's cheering for it. That's weird. But I guess maybe we're like all giving our last like hoorah to like the park and stuff. That might make sense. After 5 minutes of waiting, they finally dropped the rope for everyone to come storming in the park. To say the least, it was a mad rush, dude. Everyone was running to the back of the park, and I already knew what they were running towards. They were running towards Superman.
It's actually crazy work right now, man. Damn. Look at all these people just running to Superman.
Before everyone even tried running to Superman, I had the idea to run to Superman myself because I knew that so many people were going to try to run to Superman and ride it. And honestly, that was a great decision because by the time I got there, it was already a 40-minute wait and it was park opening and the ride was 40-minute wait. But that's probably because the freaking coaster was on one train hops.
Oh, I'm going to miss this thing, dude. Here we go. Hell yeah, man.
But that's I don't know who to blame for that. It's not really anyone's fault, I guess, because the staff doesn't care that much because the ride, I mean, it's closing the next day. But I commend their operations. They were actually trying to get trains out that day, even though it was only 40 minutes. They were really trying to get it out. I commend the staff for operating Superman because they were actually pumping trains through, even though the ride was only on one train, which is honestly insane, dude. I wasn't expecting that. After I rode Superman, the ride of steel, mind you, I got into the park at opening at 11 o'clock. I didn't get off Superman till about 12. A little bit after 12. And I decided that maybe Joker's Jinx would be a good time.
Why so serious?
Also running one train, thanks to the intel that I've been given, because Joker's Jinx is apparently more reliable on one train than two trains, which is weird, but fine, whatever. I wasn't wrong about that though, because when I got to Joker's Jinx, there was already a long line of 40 minutes, which I also thugged it out and got a front row ride on Joker's Jinx. That ride was incredible. Well, I wouldn't say incredible, but it was really good. I liked it more than the Flight of Fear clones at Six Flags, or not Six Flags, maybe Six Flags, King's Dominion and King's Island, and Poltergeist at Fiesta, Texas. I've been on all of them, and I would say that Joker's Jinx is my second favorite. The only reason I like Poltergeist more is because of the theming, but Joker's Jinx has its punches, man. I like them because they're outside, and you can see what's going on, and somehow Joker's Jinx is smoother than the King's Dominion and King's Island variants in Flight of Fear, which I don't know how that works, but whatever. We got front row ride. It was great. We had a good time. I really liked how the ride really came together. You know, you have that Cobra roll, you have all the twists and turns, and then it gets really quick and fast at the end, which I really liked. That was fantastic. I like me a ride on Joker's Jinx. I like me a ride where I can be jinxed by the Joker. After Joker, we went over to Firebird because I had the opinion, the impression that Firebird was going to get a long line as well, which I was right, because later that day, Firebird had a 90-minute wait, which was absolutely ludicrous for a substandard B&M floorless coaster. I liked it better as I liked it better as Apocalypse, but I digress. Firebird is bad, alright? I will say that. I will say that objectively, Firebird is bad, alright? It's the first B&M, I get it. Firebird is a piece of shit, alright? I liked it more as Apocalypse, because I got to ride that as the stand-up coaster, Apocalypse. It was better as Apocalypse. Why did they do that? I don't know, but Firebird, it's bad. I hate it. I hate it as Firebird. I liked it more as Apocalypse. I can say that because I rode Apocalypse. After I got off Firebird, though, I did notice the park became even more flooded with vloggers and YouTubers, which is crazy to believe because I noticed quite a few of them. The park was even more flooded with vloggers. Dude, I couldn't even avoid them at this point. I was trying to walk to the bathroom and there was like someone vlogging their freaking like shorts and their like clothes. I don't care, dude. You're vlogging, having a good time, whatever, that's fine. But yeah, there were a lot of vloggers. I was trying to dodge and weave all of the vloggers while I was trying to navigate to my next ride, which, by the way, was Roar. Roar wasn't as bad as Firebird. Alright, I'm gonna say it. Roar wasn't as bad as Firebird, but it was still kind of bad. Alright, I thought this ride was good a few years ago, like I really did, but after the retrack, the track didn't age that well. After the retrack, by the way, it became rough. It became really, really rough, which I didn't appreciate. And not only did it run rough, it also ran slower. So I mean, the transitions didn't hit as hard, but the roughness was still ever present, which was a little upsetting because I actually really did like Roar. A lot of coaster YouTubers say, oh, I hate Roar. I wanted to be on that bandwagon and say Roar was good, but at the end of the day, I can't defend that when Roar is aging like freaking milk, dude. I can't say that. Roar aged like milk. It was retracked as like not too long ago, and it ended up being like not good. So I don't know what to say about that. But I mean, I digress. That's not even the worst part. All right, I want to touch on a subject. All right, I went to ride Roar, and some enthusiast, another coaster enthusiast, I don't know who it is. All right, I want to call him a kid, but he's probably not a kid. Alright? He cut us off in line to try to get front row of Roar. And I'm like, dude, I'm waiting for front row of. I'm waiting for front row on Roar. And this dude cuts in front of us. I'm like, dude, we're waiting for front row on Roar. He's like, alright. He goes and tells the employee that he is waiting for front row on Roar. And he cuts in front of us. So when the freaking person in the station opens the chain to let everyone in, I cut in front of him. Because he tried to cut in front of us. And he got pissed. He's like, I was waiting for front row on Roar, and I believe that you were behind me. I had to pull out the Uno reverse card and be like, no.
Yeah, he was on, like, being mad about it, bro. No one's gonna take my front row ride on this piece of shit.
And you're gonna tell me you're ahead of both of us? Mind you, I would have known you were in front of us because you smelled like freaking shit. Alright? You smelled like freaking rotting corpse. And I know that because I took one sniff with my old nose, my sniffer, and I realized that you smelled like shit. So, I would have known, but he wanted to freaking have a problem, which sucks, but it doesn't matter because the park is closing and this guy will never ride. Which is interesting because once he tried to cut in front of us, and then he tried to cut in front of the people behind us, he raged once he realized he wasn't getting anywhere and left the ride. He did not ride Roar. He went to the SLC in the park instead, which I will get to later. It is now later, and I want to talk to you about Professor Screamore Skywinder. This is the ride that guy ended up going to. I don't know if he wrote it or not because I wasn't following him particularly, but I went over to this ride to take some videos of it because I knew it was closing forever. I did not ride it. I'm gonna be straight up. I did not ride this ride because I did not want to ride this ride. I rode it when it was Mind Eraser with the old trains. I rode it when it was this ride with the new trains, and I hated it both times, and I'm not going to be one of those coaster enthusiasts who ride a ride just to bitch about it. So I didn't do it. If I hate a ride and I know I hate a ride, I'm not going to ride it, even if it means I get a video out of it. So if you are expecting a video on this channel about the Screamore Sky frickin' Winder, you're not gonna get it because I didn't ride it because I hate it. That was also a 90-minute wait, so that's also why I didn't ride it because I had better things to do at the park at that time. So I mean, I guess that might contribute to why I didn't ride it, but yeah, fuck it. It's a Vekoma SLC. I can ride those literally anywhere. After looking at Professor Sandwinder's Sky frickin' stupid coaster, I went to Ragin' Cajun, which is the park's spinning wild mouse manufactured by Revershawn Industries. And I also didn't ride that because it had an incredibly long line. And I'm going to be honest, it's not a bad ride, but it was not worth the 90-minute wait that it had. And I'm like, well, you know, it's a tiny ride. It's a not Vekoma, what the hell? It's a Revershawn spinning wild mouse coaster, and it probably will be relocated to another Six Flags park anyway. So it doesn't matter. I'll see you in your next life. Sorry, not sorry. I was more focused on Wild One. Wild One had a brutal wait of 120 minutes plus, which was ridiculous, but I mean, Wild One was a great ride, and I didn't even know it yet because I got in the queue. At the time, I got in the queue, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna get in this ride. We're gonna have some fun here. I saw a praying mantis. That was my buddy. I loved him. He was my favorite little guy. I was just hoping no one stepped on him for the first 30 minutes of the queue, and then the other 190,000 minutes of the queue, I was just like dying in my head hoping that we could get on the ride soon. So I didn't even care about getting front row. Doesn't even matter. I get on. Dude, the ride was insane. It had so many laterals, so many airtime moments, so many like wow moments as seen by the POV.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like I really like Wild One, dude. Wild One jumped up 41 places in my rankings, and I have 357 credits in my rankings. Wild One moved up 41 spots. That's wild. No pun intended. By the time I got off Wild One, it was like 5:40, like 20 minutes before closing. Forever and ever and ever. I was like, you know what? Let me get some like pictures and stuff before I head out forever. So I got some pictures and stuff, which like are featured in this video. Like, well, not pictures, but like, I'm like, all right, let's go to the gift shop. Let's get some gifts, some Six Flags America gifts for everyone to remember this park by. And then I get to the gift shop, and then I freaking say, oh, it's a big mistake because the gift shops are ransacked. It's just a bunch of cardboard boxes, empty cardboard boxes and trash all over the gift shop. And I went to 3 gift shops and they were all like this, and I was sad because I realized I made a mistake and decided to go to the gift shop after the park was closing, which sucks because I really wanted to get a gift for myself, and I realized that the only thing left was like a Batman shirt and a Superman hat. Dude, I can get a Batman shirt and a Superman hat on Amazon. I want something that's unique to the park, but I didn't get it, and I wasn't smart enough to snag up a park map, which sucks. I wanted to get one. I wanted to get something. I left empty-handed, kind of, aside from the videos that I took, which is the saving grace of everything. But I mean, could have been better. I just want to close this video in like a last note kind of thing. Completely serious. There are probably hundreds, more than 100 employees that are going to be losing their jobs after this park. Alright, I left the park and I passed by several employees that were talking about where am I going to work after this? What am I going to do after this? I'm going to miss this job. That was really sad. On top of the employees, there were multiple families. There's definitely multiple families, hundreds of families that came to this park for cheap summer fun. And now they're not going to get it because the park's closed. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they do. But the closure of this park had a negative impact on the Prince George County in Maryland, and I don't think too many people are talking about it, because not everyone can afford the drive, the expenditure, or whatever you call it, to go to Six Flags Great Adventure or King's Dominion. Alright? Six Flags America was right there in the heart of Baltimore, Washington, to give these citizens something to do in their free time, something cheap and affordable. I even talked to someone. I talked to multiple parents, and they all said the same thing. I bring my kids here because it's here. It's local. It's quick. It's easy. It's cheap. I can bring my kids here for an affordable price and have a good time. And now, the Prince George County of Maryland has not one thing to offer, which is upsetting to me. I really hope in the future that something changes. I really hope that maybe we can get something done here, something built that's worth visiting. I just hope that this plot of land is taken by something that can replicate what Six Flags America was. Six Flags America was a really well-lived park. It did exactly what it needed to do. It wasn't an offensive park. It wasn't a bad park like most coaster enthusiasts would say. I really liked the park. I just didn't go often because I was always traveling to other states and like that. I really liked it, and I hope that Prince George County finds something to replace it. I really do. It was a good park. It had a lot of good things to offer. It served a lot of families in the Prince George County, and I'm gonna miss it, and I'm sure a lot of people in the Prince George County are also gonna miss it. I guess that's about it. I hope you guys find solace in your loss. That's my ending note, because I doubt they're gonna do anything good with the land, but there's always hope to be had.